Hey, welcome everybody. This is Ryan B with Practical FX Trading. The weekly analysis for Euro Dollar. It's December 22nd, 2019. We're headed into the last trading week of 2019, last trading week of the decade. And I wanted to start off here with the very long-term trend weekly chart of Euro Dollar. This goes all the way back to 2010, so it's actually the last 10 years. And we see this as currency pairs very much on a downtrend. Over time, historically, prices try to peek through, it gets rejected. And if we zoom in closer, we see last week was no exception. After careening up for a couple weeks, the big bull run and pushing through to the $1.12, we see that in fact just touched the 50-week moving average, was quickly rejected from this resistance zone and this large 10-year trend line. Right, so I'm always looking at the very big picture for my overall sentiment, and then if I'm day trading, I'll look at the smaller charts. So let's go ahead and zoom in on our daily. And we see here I've mapped out this week's pivots and weekly R1 and S1. Price close off Friday at $1.1076. We see the pivot at $1.1105. So good chance that early in the week price will consolidate. We've got Christmas coming up, Christmas Eve. We've got Boxing Day, right? So all these different holidays. There's not going to be a lot of money in the markets. It doesn't mean price won't move, but it probably won't have any real big velocity. However, this is definitely on a downtrend. So just the last daily candle, right? Super big bearish, fell out of this resistance zone. So if price goes back up towards a pivot point, it could even go all the way up to $1.1120, and I'm still looking to sell. This is our 200-day moving average, this green line. And we see historically, if you want to know the future, look at the past. Historically, every time prices come up and almost touch 200, it quickly moves away. Here it is again. Here it is again. Price moved above it for a short time. That was rejected. And really, we see price action following right along. Right. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer to get our entry points. Okay. So we do see in the 4-hour that price landed on and held above the 200 period moving average in the 4-hour. So all that means is I think price is going to kind of, go back up towards this pivot point a little bit before it continues in its downtrend. Because every time, if we look back historically, right, on the 4-hour when price was around this 200, we saw it really take off in the other direction. So I think it's potential it could happen again, but I do think the downtrend is in swing. I think the downtrend for this pair will continue into 2020. With more U.S. dollar strength. Now, my sentiment will reverse if we get prices sustained above this 1150 mark, right? If price whips around and travels up there and holds above, then my sentiment for this will change. However, for now, I'm definitely bearish. And let's go ahead and look at the 1-hour. Let's get a little bit more microscopic. I like the smallest I'll go these days is the 1-hour chart. I don't like to mess around with the 15 minutes and the 5 and the 1 minute. It's just a bunch of drama for a couple of pips. So I really want to stay. Use the 1-hour for my entries. Here we go. So if you look at this parallel trend line, this might help us determine where price is going to travel back to. Looks like, yeah, right around the pivot point. And it doesn't mean we won't see a price spike above that. Right, so if there is some movement this week, it could go all the way up here, and that's fine. Price can go up there, but where does it hold? Because you see all these other times it just couldn't stick. Right, tried, and every time it's getting rejected a little bit sooner. So if price were to come back up and spike into this area, there's a lot of root chart to color, if you will, a lot of room for price action. I'm still going to be looking for better opportunities to sell. And how I'll do that is I'll look for a pullback to either the price going back to the fast moving average, this is my 20, price moving back in between the 20 and the 50, like a pullback between the 20 and the 50. Those are good opportunities to sell. So I might even just place some entries so I can just go ahead and enjoy my holiday. Put my entries all up along this zone here with sells, and hope a couple of them catch. All right, so happy trading. Good luck this week. If you want to catch all of our Euro USD weekly analysis videos, make sure you click on the button on the right-hand screen, the bottom that says subscribe, and you can subscribe to our Euro Dollar playlist. So every time we do update videos in the Euro Dollar, you will get notified. All right, thanks. Good luck. Talk soon.